us off.
Good evening, everyone. And now I sound like my recording. Good evening. Nice to see everyone as you come on tonight for a freshman introduction to coming back next week and a little Q&A webinar for everyone that's coming back. We're all coming, the freshmen are all coming back next Monday. So we have some stuff planned for you. We have a wonderful group that's been working diligently to put together a wonderful opening day for all the freshmen. I want to thank Mr. McCarthy for putting this webinar together tonight. Thank all the panelists that are on, taking the time out of their evening to make sure the freshmen feel welcome here at Everett High School. So there's a lot to go over. So I don't know who wants to take it from here, but you can give the introduction of what's going to happen for the freshmen on Monday.
Okay, I'll introduce folks and then I'll go into the presentation. Ms. DiNatale.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ms. DiNatale. I'm one of the Dean of Students. My academy is Business Law and Hospitality. Although I will be a dean helping out throughout all of your career, your high school career. So we're really excited to see you guys come in person. So now we can finally put names to faces and faces to names and all that good stuff. So we're really excited to show you what high school experience really should be like in person. Plus the fact that we'll see your face, although it will have a mask on, at least we won't just be reading your names, but we'll be able to see your face. So we're super excited. And just remember, no question is a dumb question. We all always have questions. So ask whatever it is you need to ask. You can write in the chat. I think you have that ability, or you could just, raise your hand and ask. You all have great guidance counselors with Ms. Kavinsky and Ms. Andrade, as well as Miss Bond, who's your dean. And we're really looking forward to seeing you guys. So, here we go. Let's roll it out.
Ms. Kavinsky. Thank you, Ms. DiNatale.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ms. Kavinsky. I'm one of two freshman guidance counselors. We are really super excited for you guys to come back. We have done a meeting, I think, every single day this week and a good chunk of last week, preparing and getting ready to be ready for Monday and, welcome you guys back. Teachers have been emailing us, saying how excited they are. So we hope you're as excited as we are to come back.
Okay, Ms. Andrade.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mrs. Andrade, and I am the other guidance counselor for the Freshman Academy. Like Mrs. Kaminski said, I am equally as excited to see all of you back in the building next week. Very excited to finally put some faces to the names and see the building full with kids. So we are prepared. We have been working very hard to make sure that you guys have the freshman experience that you deserve. So we can't wait for Monday. We can't wait to see you and help you for the rest of the year.
Okay, my name is Mr. McCarthy. Corey McCarthy is my name, and the vice principal here. I'm urging you to save your questions to the end and put it in the Q&A, or you could put them in the chat. Hopefully, we could address and answer all the questions. If you know someone who has missed the session, we're recording it, and hopefully we can get it out to you. But I think it's better to be here. So we appreciate those of you who are here right now. So I know it's late Wednesday, and I'm just going to get right into the presentation. Did everybody see that? Okay. Here we go. Obviously, it's the ninth grade info session here at Everett High School. I got the Netflix theme going. Some of you guys could appreciate that. Class of 2024, do not get it twisted, right? This is what, I don't want to hear you say 2023, 2025. You're the class of 2024. We're excited to have everyone back. Panelists, if you want to jump in on some of this stuff, you're more than welcome to. Okay, here are some of our core values at EHS. Academics, obviously, we want you to do well. We want you guys to try your best. If you're doing and completing all your work and getting strong grades, we want you to ask for extra credit. If you are struggling a little bit, we want you to ask for extra help. College and career, your guidance counselors are here. Everyone is here to help you get ready for college and beyond. or a career fresh out of Everett High School. These are some of the things that we really value, and we hope that it's very contagious for some of our students to be successful. We have multiple pathways and academies here that could really streamline students into a career. They're innovative. They're driven by a lot of people who have well intentions for our kids to be successful. And the more options for the kids and opportunity, the better. When I hear pathways, I think about opportunity, right? And I think about the amount of opportunity that we provide folks at Everett High School. Cultural competence, just a general understanding that we all come from different backgrounds, different places, different spaces, and we try our best to really celebrate those things, right? We want to know not only where you were born, but where's your family from. Everyone has a story, and in appreciation of that, we implore our staff members to have cultural competence, a true understanding and value of people's cultures and who they are, where they're from, what language they speak. And on a personal level, what color you like? What's your favorite movie? What song do you like? I've got more songs on my playlist from students than you could ever believe. And for you freshmen coming into the school, we cannot wait for you guys to come in so we can learn about you as well. And it's not just really you, it's your families. We want to know about your parents and where they're from. We want to learn about your little brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles. Don't see us as being nosy, but you would have, from the time you walked in this building, from the time the year started last year, you would have had a new family member in EHS. Okay. We're outside, but inside. And what does that mean? So I'll jump to number 2 here. On Monday, you will report to Glendale Park, which is right in front of Everett High School, by 7:45 a.m. And you will find your homeroom teacher, and they will be holding a big sign with room numbers. Ms. Kavinsky and Ms. Andrade, can we confirm that?
Yes, that is what is going to happen. And I've been watching the weather numerous times a day. And as of right now, there's no rain. So we'll be good in the park.
Okay. Your homeroom teacher will email you, and you will be emailed a teacher. That's a typo. You'll be sent an email by your pod teacher before Monday. Your homeroom number will be emailed to you by your pod teacher before Monday. I read that wrong. Your homeroom number will be emailed to you by your pod teacher before Monday. Or you could go into your Aspen X2 and look under My Info. And under My Info, you should see what homeroom you should report to, in case you do not know who that person is, right? And like I said, we got confirmation. We will have breakfast at Glendale Park. We will give you guys wipes, as we have so many disinfectants and wipes. Folks will have gloves. Bring an extra mask that day. Like I said, we're overwhelmed with excitement. After that, you'll be escorted into the building by your homeroom teacher and brought to the classroom. As I mentioned before, breakfast will be provided. What we got for you? Okay, students will attend freshman orientation, which is on Monday, which will include a tour of the building, teacher and staff introductions, and you'll finish the day with activities and club information. Bring your Chromebooks to school that day and make sure you charge it the night before. Lunch will also be provided that day. Students are required to follow social distancing guidelines, wear a mask at all times, and avoid hugging and handshaking at all times. COVID vaccines at EHS. That is a thing. Everett High School will be a live vaccination site on the 20th of May, the 21st of May, and the 4th of June. Students who are 16 and 17 is for students 16 plus only. Students who are 16 and 17, you need a parent consent. No one under 16 will be eligible. And if you're 18 plus, you can sign up to receive the vaccine yourself. If you're wondering what vaccine you are eligible to receive, is yet to be determined. But we do know it's between Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson. Any questions about that, save it to the end, or use the Q&A option where you can just drop the question and we'll answer it, or the chat option as well. And you can also email any one of us. We will also have pool testing. once a week. Now, if you take you could do the QR code. You could just put your phone and get the QR code going. We have free weekly COVID testing at EHS. You fill out the form. You yourself will be able to do the test, a shallow nasal swab test. We will take the swab. We will test them at the lab. You'll get your results, and we will look at the folks who are in the same pool as you to see if they are someone that we have to retest. And students in the positive pool, you come back and you get a follow-up individual test. You get your follow-up results, and then we will let you know if indeed you being positive and having to stay home in quarantine. Now, if you would like to register, you open up your camera app on your phone, focus on the QR code, which is up right now, and enter the access code, Earth-Everett. Sign the form to get your child COVID tested weekly and join us in keeping our community safe. Ms. Whitson's number is on the screen. I'll leave this up quickly for a second and see if any of my coworkers have anything to add while you guys look at the form. Okay. And why participate? To keep everyone safe and identify symptomatic and asymptomatic cases very early. We're very fortunate to have weekly pool testing, and folks have worked really hard so this could happen. So not only will we be a vaccination site, we will be a pool testing site as well. Very fortunate. Once again, any questions, you can put it in the chat, put it in a Q&A, or save it to the end.
Oh, I'm sorry, and staff will be taking part in that as well. So if any students' parents are concerned about that, staff will also be taking part.
Yes. Schedule tour rotation that day at the last block. When the day starts right now, we're still finalizing plans. We will send you an email and do a robocall to let you know what our plans will be that day for you. But to give you a sneak preview, you will go through a rotation and a B rotation that day. But at the end of the day, you will have rotational tours. You'll go to the gym. You'll meet the athletic director. Some of the sports teams will be represented there as well. You will get to meet the guidance counselors, the deans, the principal, the vice principal, and you will get to ask some questions. And option C in your rotation will be the clubs. The club fair will have folks represented from all clubs. You got the TED Talk Club, that's my club. Come check me out. And anybody else who has a club, BLH Club is in here. Kavinsky, you have a club. Student Ambassadors is in the house. And Mr. Norman said he's going to start the Principals Club. I'm kidding. Okay. Remote versus in person. So if you're remote, that means you opted out of coming in. You will still be attending via Zoom. There will be an opt-in date if you change your mind. One opt-in date on June 1st. I know it's very short, but hey, you may find it to be a little annoying being at home with your friends at school. We will follow the same schedule. Despite being red, Mars is a cold place. That's a quote that I like because we'd rather be, if we're going to be red or yellow, we'll rather be you guys and we could be stuck on Mars together. In person, opted in. So that's what you're doing by coming into school. You have opted in. Live teaching. You should bring your headphones because sometimes I believe the teachers will ask you to do some tasks with the remote learners. Bring a spare mask, as I mentioned. Once you opt out, you will be remote for the remainder of the year. You can only opt out once. You can only opt out once. And make sure you follow the guidelines. Follow all guidelines. And so if you have to be told multiple times that you got to take your you got to pull your mask up, we will just say to you, you know what, you may just want to be home. And that might happen because, obviously we'll give you mask breaks as well. Am I missing anything, Mr. Norman?
No, absolutely perfect, Mr. McCarthy. Excellent presentation. I think we should move on to the Q&A.
Okay, reminders, talent show, 6/2/21, you're the freshmen, you are teaming with the seniors to try to defeat the juniors and the sophomores. Lots of prizes, we got a super amazing guest judge. Many of the panelists on here will be judges as well. Come check us out. Question time. Where's my stop sharing option?
So one of the questions was, I know that this is only going in for in-person, but is there going to be something similar for freshmen who are going in just for bio MCAS? So I think the question might mean the presentation. Is that what you meant, Mia?
Mia is webinar, so Mia can't reply unless she puts it in
Oh,
the chat.
okay.
Okay. All right.
Here's another question. So the kids that are not coming back to school, this is a good question. Are they going to have Monday off or are they asynchronous lessons? That's a good question.
I didn't see the question. Are the kids what? I'm sorry.
If the kids are not coming in person on Monday and they're staying home, they're opting to stay home, do they have the day off or do they log in for asynchronous?
They will be asynchronous
Okay.
because their teachers will be occupied. Yes, that's a great question, actually. But as of now, yes.
Will we have a choice to bring our own computer? We're asking that you bring your Chromebooks in with you, fully charged, like Mr. McCarthy said, and bring a pair of headphones that go into your Chromebook. Just so that you can listen to, maybe you're watching, doing something on Edpuzzle, and everybody else is doing something else. So you want to not be disturbed or disturb somebody else.
Okay. The next question, Ms. Dinatale, since you're leading that right now.
Yeah. Can we wear hats or do-rags?
Yes, you can. Yes,
What
you can.
materials do I need to bring for in-person learning? Yourself, your Chromebook, headphones, something to write with. Can we bring a backpack?
You can bring one, but you're not gonna have anywhere to put it because you won't have a locker.
What if we don't have a Chromebook? I strongly suggest that you email myself, Miss Andrade, Miss Kavinsky. We will make sure we set one up for you to have. If you don't have a Chromebook. Am I allowed to only go on day B because the classes I have in day B are the only classes I'm struggling with? I would say that it's all 5 days. You need to come to school. It's a commitment for all 5 days. So day A and day B is something you would have to attend.
If I didn't take a Chromebook from the school for the year, then do I get one or do I bring my own? You could bring your own, but if you need this Chromebook, you have to come to school.
When we are back in school, how will the rotations work? Will we stay in the same class the whole time? No, we are traveling, correct?
Yes.
We'll travel from class to class. Is it every day we meet in front of school or just on Monday morning? Good question. So the
I
morning,
believe just Monday morning, right?
Just Monday morning.
and then after that, they'll come into the building
On
As
your
as
regular
early
day.
as 7:30. A through L comes in the front. Are we A through L in the front?
We'll maintain that, yes.
M through Z, the back. If you're coming in from the back because you're M through Z, you're going to go to the gym until 7:45. We're setting up for breakfast, that you can get breakfast when you come in. A through L, same thing. You'll go right directly into the cafeteria until 7:45. And then at 7:45, everybody will disperse to their first period. Remember now, first period will be starting at 8 o'clock promptly. There was another
Try not to be late as well. If you're coming to school and you're returning, we don't want to have a late door, so you need to get here on time. Please get here, leave yourself enough time so you can get here before 8 o'clock, please.
There's also a question, are dismissal times staggered? I believe not.
No, we might stagger dismissals just so we don't have a lot of students outside at once, right? So we can keep people safe. We're also going to use different exits. So
Okay.
once we find out how many people are coming back, we can get a better plan for everyone and we'll let you know.
But the morning your day does start for, 8 o'clock is your first period. You need to be in position, in person or on Zoom. So you need to start checking your alarm clocks, I think, starting now. Will there be a tour for us too, since we don't know what the inside looks like? Yes, absolutely. We will be doing tours on Monday. And again, you can always ask. There's always a friendly face within in the hallways. All the teachers you'll have access to all the teachers to ask lots of questions. Make sure you eat.
I'm sorry. We will also have student ambassadors available for students to ask questions, lead the tours, and help anybody who's lost, doesn't know how to read their schedules, stuff like that.
Okay.
Let's
Nope,
see.
I see more. Will we have lunch period? Did we answer that? Is there any after-school programming, sports, and a couple of clubs, but it depends. They need permission. Will we have a pod?
Yeah.
Pod is going to change into, you guys haven't been up here and girls haven't been up here. We have an intervention period. So that morning pod is going to switch to about 8:43, where after period 1, you'll go to your homeroom for an intervention period where you can log on with your pod teacher if you bring headphones. So there'll be an opportunity to still do that, but it's going to be changed a little bit different for intervention when you come in.
Monday you'll be there all day, 8 to 2:30. My question was.
I couldn't hear the answer for Chromebook. So if we didn't receive a Chromebook, do we bring our own laptop? If you have a laptop, bring it. And then if you need a Chromebook, we will assign you a Chromebook. When will our schedules be emailed? Okay, Kaminsky, you got that?
Do you want them to bring their Chromebooks on Monday?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Folks, what we're asking you to do is to use the disinfectant wipes in the rooms to clean after yourselves, clean when you arrive, clean when you leave, right? And then when you leave it as clean as you found it, or or cleaner. Do we have to stay all day in class? For Monday, you get there's a lot of movement on Monday, but in your regular class, it's going to go about like regular school day. Nothing different on Tuesday. Monday is a little bit movement, right? We're celebrating you guys coming in the building. It's a great thing.
Do we go set all day in class? Are you going to sit in class all day?
Yeah, I just answered that one.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, missed
That's all
that.
right. It's all good.
Freshmen can join sports teams.
We don't know. At this point, we're not sure about the sports teams because they're already in season, and we sent out a form on the announcements. So if you didn't hear about it then, I think you may have missed the cutoff period for our last spring teams. Do not bring backpacks and no lockers to keep them in. Correct. Bring your Chromebook.
Yes, there will be school on Tuesday.
When we get our schedules emailed to us.
Yep.
We will email you the schedule for that day, right? We'll email you a notice of that day, but your other schedule on Tuesday remains the same.
When will we get more information about MCAS? Also, what rooms will we be in? We will get, I'm going to respond. I'll type the response.
Can answer too on MCAS. So we will email you room assignments and everything, just like we did for the MCAS that we had now. We're still figuring out how many students are coming back to see how we're going to do it. It may be an asynchronous day for all the other students. while we're testing MCAS for the freshmen. You will have plenty of information. We still have about a month before then. Don't worry, you'll get plenty of emails, room assignments. You'll have all that stuff before MCAS starts. And for your schedules, you should be able to log on to X2 and check your schedule. So talk to your guidance counselors, your pod teachers, anyone that you know if you haven't been able to log on to X2, because you should be able to do that so you can get your homeroom assignment and your schedule before you come in.
There's another question about backpacks.
No, bring your Chromebooks, not your backpacks.
So I think, yeah, so I think I said you could bring them because they're not gonna have anywhere to put any of their stuff, right?
Correct.
So yeah, you have no locker, so if you want to bring one, you can. But the only thing you're really gonna need is a Chromebook. You're not gonna need you're gonna have to, take your backpack with you all day if you choose to bring one.
What if
If-
we, yeah, sorry.
Sorry, if you use MacBooks and you just have to see myself and Mr. McCarthy, we get it approved through tech. And if you have a MacBook that you want to bring in, you should be able to do that. You got to get you the policy for your own device and we'll make sure you have that and you should be good.
Okay, so I have a student who is only coming in for MCAS. We will get that information to you about MCAS. Can we bring our own water? Yes, you can bring a water bottle, correct?
Yeah, we have water for you. So there's plenty of bottles of Poland Spring water that we have. So you'll be able to get bottles of water if you want them.
Bringing personal computers like a MacBook or, I would say we can get you a Chromebook instead of you bringing your home computer and leave your home computer at home.
Yeah, I mean, the only issue is if you have an expensive MacBook and you leave it down and it gets lost, yeah, I mean, you'll be pretty upset. So my advice would be to get a Chromebook so you don't have to worry. You still have to worry about it, but it's not as much as a MacBook. Maybe someone picking up by an accident. So, because everyone has Chromebooks, you should probably get a Chromebook.
Well, my pod teacher, is my pod teacher the same as my homeroom teacher?
No,
No, okay.
no, not in all cases. You may end up with your pod teacher and the homeroom teacher being the same person, but because there are only 10 students in a pod and we only have so many homerooms, it's most likely it may not be the same person, but we'll give you opportunities to connect with your pod teacher during intervention.
How is lunch going to work and how will the bathroom be working? The bathroom, we will be having only, I think, 2 people at a time in a bathroom with an escort. Lunch, we have a rotation that we're working on. And once it's really clear, or do you want to share what we're thinking?
No, for the bathroom policy, 100% correct. It's only 2 people in the bathroom at a time. For the lunch policy, we want to see how many students come back. So we figure out which place in the building we can use. Because when you're eating lunch, you have to have 6 feet of distance when you have your mask off. So once we see, we have a plan for the beginning and for that first day for the freshmen and for the first week, but that lunch plan may change depending on how many students come back. How many students in the same room? Depends how many students come back in your classes. You may have classes that may have 20 or 25. You may have classes that have 2 or 3, depending on how many people opt out.
If we get a Chromebook, can we just leave it in school and just use our personal one at home for schoolwork? If we give you a Chromebook, we're going to ask that you take it with you, as you take it, you clean it. That's what you're going to use during the rest of the duration. Can we go for a couple of days? And if you don't like it, go back to staying remote?
We can't stop you from doing that,
Correct.
right? but you can't come back after that. So you could go see if you like it, but once you opt out, see you in September.
What if we don't want to eat anything that's given?
Well, I I suggest that, what is the CDC guidelines currently for food, Mr. Nauman?
It's a question. I don't know if you want to be bringing stuff from your house, and I don't know, because where are you going to store it? If you can put it in your backpack and take it with you, maybe, but you don't have a locker, you don't have any cold storage. If you really need to bring a lunch because of things that are going on, let us know and we can accommodate you.
Another thing, this is a good question. Can we bring chargers? Yes, bring your charger in the event that your Chromebook doesn't hold a charge from 7:45 to 2:30. So yes, bring your charger, bring headphones, bring your Chromebook. If we're having PE class, would we be active as running or? Yes, I believe you will be.
Did we answer the ID question?
No, are we getting IDs?
Yes.
Yes.
Eventually you'll get them once we get everyone back, and we can, because we have to have you in the building to take pictures and give you the lanyards, so you will get an ID.
Some classes have us taking notes. Are we able to bring a notebook and pen? Yes, by all means. When kids are released from school, are they permitted to hang around after school? We're going to ask that you disperse quickly and just go on your day. We're going to ask that you not hang around the school.
It's a serious question.
From the way things are looking now, will school be mandatory in the fall?
Absolutely, 100%. Everybody's coming back. Even if we have to get together and create a vaccine for everybody to come back. You are coming back in September. You will be back in September. Plan to be back in September every day, early and on time and often.
So who's your homeroom teacher? You'll find out in an email.
Yes, and Ms. Nellie Nelson, you should be able to look in X2, go to my info, and it'll tell you what your homeroom is, and then we will email you what the name of your homeroom teacher is, so you have that.
Nellie, you're one of my favorite human beings. Make sure you go to Olivia's class. Thank you.
Are we gonna, if we don't have a charger, where can we get a new one? Well, if you have a Chromebook, you have a charger. If you lost your charger, you need to email Ms. Kavinsky, Mrs. Andrade, or Miss Bond, or myself, and we will request a new one for you.
I guess between today and Monday is a great time for you to be emailing us if you need a computer, if you need a charger, if you need an X2 login. So if you don't have any of that yet, just make sure you email us between today and Monday.
For sophomores, will there be an orientation since not everyone chose to go in person? Well, this is the freshman right? This is the
Yeah,
freshman webinar?
yeah. There's no worry. You can ask
Yeah,
that in the
don't-
next one at 6:30. But however, if you have a sibling or something you're on, if there'll be an orientation, no. The orientation, your sophomore should have been here today, getting used to the space and the place. And
I think it may be if they choose to stay remote next year as a sophomore, will they be given?
oh, absolutely, absolutely. We're gonna find a space to make sure that folks are comfortable with the building.
Oh, that makes sense, Ms. Kavinsky. Yes. Okay.
All right. So are we going to have mass breaks? Not to socialize, but will we have mass breaks?
We will have mass breaks. They'll be designed with your teacher. You can walk outside with your teacher if they decide to do so and take a mask off. If there's only a few kids in your room, you can have a mass break on the side. So they'll be designed mass breaks for you.
Alrighty. With that being said, thank you guys for coming out. Look for our emails. Pay attention to your emails. And parents, you do the same. If you're in the parent portal, if you need to be in the parent portal, you can email us and we'll get you on there. You can email me. Put my email in the chat. To get on the parent portal so you can get all the emails. And students, don't be selfish. Show your parents the emails in case they don't have it. With that being said, thank you, everyone. If you have a sophomore student, I'll see you at the sophomore event. Ms. Kavinsky and Ms. Andrade, enjoy your food. And
Thank you.
You guys have a good one.